Welcome back, Relentless League. We're back, boys. Back for another great season. And once again, Yahoo disrespecting the fuck out of all of us. Well, not all of us. Some people got some good draft grades, but we all know that I'm the real grader in this league. I'll decide. They don't make any fucking sense. If you look at my draft grade, they steadily just try to shit on my team. None of it makes any sense. They even go as far as to say, at the very last sentence, with one player on bye week 14, Relentless Scoring is set to embark on a roller coaster fantasy journey that might leave them wishing for a magical intervention to defy the odds. What the fuck does that even mean? With one player on bye week 14, not two players, not three players, with one player. Like they're trying. They're trying too hard. I'll correct them. I'm the real expert in this field. So, without further ado, let's look at last year's standings. Last year's standings, Sean did win. He got lucky. No offense, Sean. But if we look at the championships, I versed you in the semifinals. I scored 120. You scored 142. Had I been on the other side of the bracket, I would have beat both Joe and Detroiter. And then my championship week, I scored 122, which would have beat you. So you just got lucky I was on the wrong side of the bracket in the semifinals, putting up 120 twice in week 16 and week 17. I'm not going to even leave it up to chance this time. I'm just going to outscore everyone. Let's look at everyone's draft grades real quick. Actually, real quick, this is the payouts. Same thing as last year. Just a quick understanding on it. It worked out last year. Sean made actually a lot of money on this one. He hit a few of them, so yeah, there's definitely ways to win money for everyone and take more money home for the champion if you get a really good season. But best record will get 50. Most points in a single game. So your team scores 175. That's the score to beat. Quarterbacks with the most points at the end of the season, running backs and wide receivers all on the same thing, and that's 1 through 17. Weeks 1 through 17. That's when the scoring will stop. Unless because 18 all the players are sitting. Yeah, so weeks 1 through 17. But anyways, let's get straight to the draft grades, and I'll give you guys a true thing of what I think about them. Start with the top, Poggers. See how he drafted. He's got McCaffrey. Obviously pick 101. Where else do you go? Go to the old faithful. Last time Zach had McCaffrey, didn't turn out very well for him. And since McCaffrey already has a calf strain, I'm thinking a repeat. I'm thinking that Zach will hate McCaffrey by the end of the season and really regret this choice. McCaffrey does not do good with any injuries. He's a prima donna. Marvin Harris, rookie. The last rookie to really do super well was Puka Nacua, so it wasn't too far off. But the real studs are like Randy Moss. It doesn't happen very often. Randy Moss had a 300-point season his rookie year. Jefferson had like 190. Jamar Chase like 190. So maybe Marvin's the next Hall of Famer. Drake London hasn't ever really done anything, but he has the potential, and now he has Kirk Cousins. Went with Kermit the Frog on his 4th pick. Can't really blame him. That's not a bad pick at all, especially if you're having quarterback troubles last year. But, 2 Super Bowls. It's got to be a Super Bowl drought. I'm just going to kind of shit on everyone's team real quick, since Yahoo likes to shit on mine. I'm going to shit on my team too. But, Rashad White, Amari Cooper, Tank Dell. He actually, props to everyone. Props to Zach and Dan. they finally stopped auto drafting, picked their own teams this year, and not too bad. Not too bad. Yeah, not hating on this team too much. Let's get to the next one. Dan the Man changed his team name. It's not going to change his standings though. CeeDee Lamb was probably the correct pick. With how well he does in Dallas with Dak Prescott. Devon Achane, huge upside. Only 180 pounds though, so don't let him get hit. Had him last year and he's kind of made of glass. Puka is already injured. James Cook, Mark Andrews. Honestly, this starting five, very good. Malik Neighbors, you never know. He's really, really good, but he's also got Daniel Jones throwing to him. So we'll see how that pick turns out. But then you paired up CeeDee Lamb with Dak Prescott. He's been doing his research. He's been listening to the fantasy experts, and that is actually a really good pairing. I think Dak was like quarterback 3 last year, so not bad at all. Other than that, I don't know what you got with Baltimore, but you got Mark Andrews, you got Baltimore's defense, you got Baltimore's kicker. I'm sure that you would have took Derrick Henry had Jason not sniped him from you. Go with all Baltimore players over there, but not a bad draft, Dan. Oops, that's supposed to be Jason. God damn it, Robert. Jason went with Jamar Chase with his 8th pick. Jason was picking 8th. Jamar Chase fell to him. Not a bad pick. Picked up Sasquatch over there. Not a bad pick. Josh Allen. Kind of early for quarterback for me. But if you're going to go with one, top 2, top 3 quarterback right there. I don't know who he's going to throw to. Dalton Kincaid is his wide receiver 1, I guess. But once again, he picks up Mike Evans. Evans, if you spell Evans backwards, is actually Snake. I think he's going to turn around and bite you this year. He's getting pretty old. You can't draft him every year, Jay. He gets older every year. Follows that up with Trey McBride. Yeah, we'll see how he does. He was pretty hot last year. He goes with his wide receiver 2, with the wide receiver 2 on the Dolphins, Jalen Waddle. Honestly, he's very talented. He's just behind the quickest guy in the NFL. So, see if Waddle can stay healthy. Honestly, he's kind of injury prone the last few years as well. So if he can stay healthy, he'll be good. He goes ahead and picks up a second quarterback. Goes with both Butker and Kansas City defense. Josh Downs, I didn't even know he played for the league anymore. I thought he was like working at Tim Hortons or something. And who the fuck is Ray Davis? Not a bad team. Last year's second place winner looking to come back. Let's go to Robert. Robert got a B-. This is where I'm talking about with Yahoo draft grades. Breece Hall, Jahmyr Gibbs, great running backs. Good job there. Nico Collins. My only problem with him is it's Nico, it's Stephon Diggs, and it's Tank Dell. I avoided that altogether. I draft winners and number ones, and if he's number one, then you know you had a 33% chance, because I don't know who it's gonna be. And Stephon Diggs is a crybaby, and if you don't get the ball, he's gonna whine. So it's gonna be a complete timeshare over there, unless CJ Stroud just blows up. So we follow that up with Michael Pittman. So we got wide receivers filled up. He gets Predator, Lamar Jackson as his quarterback 1. Makes sense, you know, 5th round. Grab a quarterback, but then you grab another quarterback with the same bye week, week 14. And mind you, Michael Pittman is also on week 14. And mind you, Nico Collins is also week 14. And mind you, Zay Flowers is also week 14. So whoever has the first Robert week 14, he gifted you a win. Chris Godwin, Jaden Reed, Jake Ferguson, Jordan Addison, and why not grab a third quarterback? Another defense. Or that might be your first defense. Not a bad draft. I wouldn't have drafted so many quarterbacks personally. But if one of them ends up being top 5, then you upped your chances. But I just wouldn't have done it that way. Lots of week 14 buys. But that's what I'm talking about, Yahoo Drafts. I had one week 14 buy, is what they told me. This man had 5. But we don't say anything about that. We just give him a B-. Makes a lot of sense. All right, last year's champion. Going with Justin Jefferson, Travis Etienne, Deebo Samuel. All 3 solid picks. Jalen Hurts. He's missing Jason Kelsey this year. But he's got probably one of the most dangerous wide receivers in the league. They just got some guy from Washington, and that's going to be their wide receiver 3. I'm forgetting his name right now. I'm not going to try to remember. But, as a wide receiver 3 and good tight end and Saquon Barkley. So, yeah, I would have liked Jalen Hurts. But Dalton Kincaid, probably the tight end wide receiver 1 on Buffalo. Aaron Jones, that's kind of a blast from the past. I think he's cooked. Same with Najee Harris. Zamir White. He's actually going to be the wide receiver number 1 on probably the 29th best offense. So, good pickup there. Brian Thomas, first round draft pick this year for the NFL. San Francisco, Austin Eckler, another guy that I think is toast. Picks up a kicker pretty early, and then goes ahead and grabs Aaron Rodgers because Sean likes to live in the past. Another tight end. Why not? Is that your first tight end? No, that's your second tight end. Right on. Not bad. Joe, Bijan, Isaiah, Cooper Kupp. Cooper Kupp's actually the number 1 on the Rams. So whoever got Puka Nacua, that was he actually took the number 2 wide receiver for the Rams before Cooper Kupp. So good choice on Cooper Kupp. DK Metcalf hasn't been impressive since COVID. DJ Moore, we'll see what he can do with the guy that paints his fingernails. George Kittle, why not, right? Joe Burrow, you only picked him because his name's Joe. You got Ezekiel Elliott. Gross. That's all I got to say about that. Go ahead and pick up another tight end. And Chicago defense, Joe. There's got to be better players in the Chicago defense. I don't know where you... On pick 147, you got like the 20th ranked defense. I don't know where you went with Chicago. I don't know what the point of that was. There's like... What the fuck? Anyways. Placements. Tyreek Hill. Great pick. Josh Jacobs. Great pick. Sam Laporta. Great pick. You kind of reached on that Josh Jacobs one, but you also probably wouldn't have got him. So you're going to need him to really, you were pick 18. He wasn't supposed to be picked for another, pick 32. But same thing with Laporta. Pick 23. But you wouldn't have got him either. So really making your shots, making your calls. Pick 38. He was supposed to be picked 56 with David Montgomery. Stephon Diggs. I already said my concerns with that whole Houston wide receiver room. DeAndre Swift. Perhaps he can kind of But like last year he did really good with the Eagles, but the Eagles had a really good offensive line. So we'll see. Yeah, but then you grab a fingernail paint and lackluster bench. So, and then Detroit defense. So yeah, I'm kind of viewing I don't know, a decent team for you for sure. And then me. AJ Brown is probably the best receiver in the league right now. Jonathan Taylor is probably the best running back in the league right now. Chris Olave, I can't even say it again. But last year, Chris Olave seemed disappointing, but he was going like round 1 or 2. I'm forgetting. I was able to get him round 3. Same with Brandon Ayuk in round 4. They're both going over 1,300 yards. Same with AJ Brown. So receiver depth is strong over here. Jonathan Taylor being the best running back in the league. Kyler Murray, every year he plays and he's healthy, he destroys fantasy. So that was a great pickup. Round 5. Alvin Kamara, only running back over there for the Saints. He's only 29 years old. One of the most efficient guys, and they're gonna need him this year. New head coach and everything. And Achane is super injury prone. And when he gets injured, Raheem Mostert's just right there. Nobody believes in him, but he was the running back 4 last year. He plays for Miami. They trust him. And he's fast as fuck, boy. Evan Ingram averaged 9 targets a game last year. That's a lot for a tight end. And with Calvin Ridley gone, everyone slept on Evan Ingram. Calvin Ridley, speaking of him being gone, he's going to be the number 1 receiver for Tennessee. Don't know how much that means, because I can't even name you the quarterback over there. But wide receiver 1, Xavier Worthy, runs a 4.2, broke the NFL record. Worth a pickup right there. Pick 91, ranked 92. Round 10. I got him. Yeah, pick 91 though. But he's the fastest player in the league right now. And speed kills. Jaden Daniel, the rookie. Ladd McConkey, the rookie. Don't know why I grabbed him. I think the beard was starting to kick in. Rico Dowdle, because Ezekiel Elliott will not be able to stay the running back. Not if they want to win games. That guy is washed. And then just defense and kicker. And if you see that's not Chicago defense, Joe. So sorry for the long video. Let's get straight to our power rankings and be done with this. Official power rankings. So we got Edgar at a 70% chance. Now this is power rankings to win the whole championships. Not just how you did, but who has the chance to win the championships. Win this. Alright. Edgar, I got you at a 70%. You draft good every year. You play the waiver wires. 70%. Detroyer, 80%. You're almost always in the playoffs. You do good every year. You're at an 80%. I'll probably see you in the championships. I got to fix some things. Dan, 79%. But I do got to let you guys know. In the history of the Relentless League, no one has ever won if they did not go to the draft party. I don't knock you for not going, but everyone that's on that belt has been to the draft party, and that drops you down 10%. Joey was at the draft party. Joey has a 70%. Sean was last year's winner, but you missed this year's draft party. I know it wasn't your fault. I know you had to work, but you're down there at 70 now. Robert made the draft party. He's at a 71%. Even with 3 quarterbacks, he did a good job with his skilled positions. Tony, you're the new guy, but you didn't make the draft party. New guys have never won. And no draft party. 66%. Zach, you also did not make the draft party. So you and Dan are over there 69ing. 69. You and Dan. Replacements made the draft party and made pulled pork, and it was delicious. 70%. That's almost third place again. And then me. I accidentally grabbed my 6-iron. I meant to grab my 9. And there we go. That's this year's power rankings. Good luck, everyone. Let's play some football.
Meow. Meow, 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 meow. Meow, meow. Meow, 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 meow. Meow, 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 meow.